As you're watching this duel, we have 2 Pharaohs and we have 1 Boomy. That is technically within the rules. No more than 2 of each class, but there are some specs like Boomy and Pharaohs play a little bit differently. We got Critique in here, we got Malfurion, we have, wait, Cool Cheer Malfurion, let's go! We got Alana, we got Dan, as well as Zuni. Gonna be the Boomkin extraordinaire for this team versus Jesus. First up, first of his name, the Lord Savior himself, Stunner Zuni. With a silence to follow, Zuni in a bear form. Frenzy Regen is not a spell, so it can be used even while silenced. Bob Barkskin, and that's going to be a knockback on Jesus. Probably should have picked up a Starburst too. If you pick up a Starburst, if Jesus connects with you again, you can at least knock him up in the air as you're trying to get away. Jesus still has some cooldowns rolling in, but not really. Mostly just dry, mostly out, waiting until the next pillar is back up. If it plays like it normally plays, it's probably going to be a lot of hit and runs here. Unless he's got himself like some kind of a sustainier build. At least a little bit more sustaining. Maybe against a Boomy. Interrupt on Zuni on nature. Is just trying to get a clone of Jesus. Maybe AMS. No, not going to be AMS. Actually going to be a Cyclone on the pet. Oh! He burned through the AMS so fast. How much damage do you do? That was full Incarn and everything. I didn't even realize he had Incarn. Knock up into Bach. Wait, is Bach dead too? Zuni. Oh, Bach tried to see if he could maybe reverse damage onto Zuni. Got himself the aim shot. Star Surges. Hurt though. Oh my goodness. He burned through AMS so fast. He pressed AMS and it just burned immediately. I cannot believe it. Bach got himself a little bit of damn with a true shot aura. Does land the interrupt on that Cyclone versus Zuni. Aim shots hitting that bear form. That is at least a little bit of tankiness for him. And Bog needs to think, hey, do you think he needs another Kyrian go whenever he can? Cyclone to Bog, potentially Trinket. Going to be a scatter onto Zuni. At least you CC the Druid, not letting him regrow too often. And that's going to be no intro for Bog for a bit. Down on CC for a moment, unless he goes for Freezing Trap. It's going to be a rapid fire with an explosive shot on Zuni, pressuring the Druid quite a bit though. So Bach at least got a little bit of pressure. Freezing Trap before Zuni can catch up on the heels. Scarab Beast is going to put him in CC chains with an aim shot to follow. Zuni actually might be in a bit of trouble. Frenzy Region keeping him alive for now. And that's going to be the Kyrian Burst into an interrupt. Zuni back in the bear form. That's all he can do is try to tank this up. I think it might be over. Roar and Bach trinkets out of that roar just to take him out. Quick camo for Bach right after. Oh my goodness. That is actually big burst into big burst. That's crazy. We have 3 monks. Wait, you guys do it? Yeah, that's one too many monks, Tagsy. 5 stealth classes? Oh, it is 5 stealth classes, Crazy. All right. Crazy, by the way, do you want to make a group? Do you want to join us for the duels? I know you're hanging out on PTR. Enjoy the new leveling system, which me and Kredak try now, by the way. We're probably going to hop back into it after the duels. It actually looks like a lot of fun, by the way. 9.1 looks awesome already. Like, maybe it's too early to call it, but it looks awesome. Bach walking next to Critique. Does hit him with a Hunter's Mark. That's got to be Critique. I think trying to go for Flagellation. Stuns to Trinket as he gets rooted. Vanish. Oh, he just burned a lot of cooldowns. Is that still going to be a payoff, though? Shadow Blades is up. Bach with a pet sack. That is a full Flagellation roll on the Hunter. With the Freezing Trap, as Bach has to play a bit more defensive. Double tap is ready. Does he go for the Kyrian? The rogue comes to him instead. Evasion is up for Critique. And Bach, he has a turtle. He has to maybe get himself a heal. That is a lot of cooldown. Still holding on to double tap. Wait, does he still go for the burst though? Does he still do it? Critique can just stun him. Oh, this could be really bad. No more double tap. No more Kyrian. Bach might just want to go for a reset, dude. He's like, you know what? I want to go back to bed. Nah, good night. I'm going back to bed. At least trying to prevent the rogue from catching a reset with the trap waiting for him. Probably a freezing trap. Bach can just walk him into it. Ooh, Shadow Strike still going through for the rogue. Could be really, really bad. Bach with a feint death for a second. Biting shot onto Critique. The next stun could be really extra deadly unless Bach has an answer for it. Rapid fire, firing on the rogue with a explosive shot. Wait, actually maybe turning around. Oh my, Shadow Step to the pet. Critique just wanted to get himself a sprint boost. The arcane shot's coming through. Kill shot, cheat death for the rogue scatter. Bach I think has it. Unless arcane shot does the trick. And Alona, ooh, walking to the flare, at least doesn't get an opener. Trinket, Bach trinkets out of it, does not have an answer for this though. No maternal shell, knockback versus Alona, does get it. Or Alonia, the dots have set in. And the dots, he just came in, put some dots, and that's it. That's all, he wins. That's a feral Necrolord. Let the face up next. Yo, that hunter actually held on for quite a bit. I'm actually surprised he held on. Oh my goodness. Alonia getting hit with a full stun by Leatherface, as the Demon Hunter is going to activate Metamorphosis through the I-Beam proc. Ursal's keeping him at bay though. Looks like he already got yoinked already. I was expecting for him to get yoinked. The demon spawned for Leatherface, playing out the Necrolord, the tanky build, the South Healy build. I guess the other builds kind of also have South Heals, but you're more consistent with Leatherface, especially with the pet that you can kill, the demon, and the soul that you could take. 20% more damage, which in Leech, that's 20% more healing in a sense. But 20% more damage to the Leech you do. That's going to be Alonia trying to make some cooldowns happen here. Berserk is up. Leatherface activating not a full Metamorphosis, just a proc with the Demon Soul. That's 20% extra damage on top of it. Still holding on to potentially a Metamorphosis zone, backing up to get himself a Flesh Cap just to have some way to deal with the dots. As Alonia just needs to maintain the dots and throw down a swarm onto Leatherface, and it's just going to put a lot of pressure on him. The chain trinket comes out. That's going to be a stun, but Leatherface with a sweet stun for Alonia. I think with a Shadow Mill too. Trying to get the bleeds in, but not looking for the big burst. Leatherface has a demon spawning in. Trying not to let Alonia get the hell out of dodge. That is going to be Ursul's yoinking it back in, but at least keeping Alonia in combat as best as he can. As long as he prevents the Druid from catching any kind of resets, he was going to be okay, and that's going to be that demon that he can sacrifice next to the Druid if he wants to pick up the 20% more damage and may make someone work off it. Bashed by the Druid, going in for the bites, but not really the biggest damage. The bleeds are going to accompany those bites though. That's going to be a big meta. Huge healing into a Cyclone. Does Shadow Meld for a second, interrupt him with Flesh Cap. Oh, Leatherface! That Shadow Meld on a Cyclone. He probably was expecting, you know what, I'm a Cyclone, and if that Cyclone cast gets interrupted, which it probably will, I can just Flesh Cap. But nope, Shadow Melded it, forcing out a Flesh Cap, interrupting it easily, and by then the Druid had no help whatsoever. Leatherface picking up another soul. Dan playing up the Exsanguination build, so I really want to see how Exsanguination will work for him. Trinkets out versus Leatherface, that's going to be a meta for the... Oh my god, the massive Fell Rush, Dan with the Cloak and Evasion. Does he have any ways to live this? That's going to be a blind into Leatherface. No trinket for the Demon Hunter. Dan used Exang and then blinded. So that was a Vendetta, Exang, and a blind. So I think he went aggressive, but as soon as he saw his health get low, blinded, he needed to. He had to hit a blind. DR on that stun, however. And Dan is going to eat a full Fell Rush. I think it's over. Cheat Death is the only thing keeping him alive. He does have the armor, still playing the game for a second. Can this armor do work though? Can this armor at least force cooldowns on Leatherface? It looks like it's over. Looks like he realized, you know what? I'm kind of out of options. Not much you can really do. Game is over. Malfurion is up next. Another Necrolord. Again, it's like a Necrolord takeover, dude. Everybody on the mother is a Necrolord. Leatherface has one more competitor to fight through. That is Thorns by Malfurion. I think the other Druid did not run Thorns though, so that's a pretty big difference between the two. Unless I'm wrong on that one. Actually, I'm probably wrong. Maybe he just removes Thorns every single time. Quick main, Malfurion. Going for Shackles and Malediction, unless Leatherface is an answer for it. Maybe a stun. That's going to be an I-Beam, potentially killing the demon. Does slay the demon, pick up a lot of health. What's that Leech? Malfurion with a Berserk, up and running. Leatherface could go for a full Metamorphosis. Wall for the Druid, trying to tank this damage up while maintaining the dots onto Leatherface. Leatherface still has Aggression as his only resort. Metamorphosis could be up right now. Could potentially immune some ability, some hard hitting ability. For Malfurion, stun around the corner, drink it, I-Beam is up, Malfurion is in defensive stance, bear form, try to see if he can survive, try to go for a Cyclone, Leatherface has a Metamorphosis if he wants to, bash, potentially Cyclone, does he get it? Looks like the Cyclone goes through, does he have a Flesh Cap while in bear form? He goes in for a Cyclone, maybe gets a reset, Flesh Cap, does get interrupted on it. Leatherface has the advantage with a trinket, back up, Boiler, back up, needs to remove those thorns and you'll be okay, does not get the thorns off. But he does have plenty of damage. Flesh Cap trying to force the Druid next to him. I think next Fell Rush does the trick. I-Beam into Metamorphosis. It's another I-Beam. He just felt like, you know what? I am ahead. Let me just go for a cheesy I-Beam play. My goodness, dude. Look how much healing he's did. How many Demon Souls did he even consume there, dude? It looked like he was popping them like... I don't even know. Popping it like popcorn, dude. What is going on? It's just an average snack for the guy.